We welcome you here where we're trying to extend healthy lives in an NMN economy. I have a daughter of 3 and the amount of energy during the day is just mind-boggling. When analyzing my child, or any toddler for that matter, you will immediately recognize two things. One, the amount of movement during the day, and two, the deep sleep during the night. If that's something you envy, keep watching. Seeing a child jumping all over the place, you could stay to feel like them, you just have to do like them. But of course, that's not true. We often just lack the energy. I'm gonna give a strange example, but a car, new or old, has solved this problem geniusly, and it's called a battery. It's a bit of energy that's put into the system to get the engine running. Do we people have the same? Actually, no, but we do have something that comes close. Let me first explain how energy is generated in your body. First, your cells need some kind of fuel, and that's why we have to eat. Makes sense, right? That food or fuel goes into the cells, and in the cells it gets burned in a special place called the mitochondrion. And during this process, energy is created. Works just a little bit like a car that burns fuel to kickstart the dynamo that charges the battery, which creates energy. And this energy can be used to turn on different systems in the car, like turning on the radio. But as cars get older, systems connected to the battery could start leaking energy, called a parasitic drain. For example, a failed parking sensor. The battery, even though it's working perfectly fine, just can't keep up with the energy demand, until one day you will wake up during a cold night and your car suddenly will not start. This happens to be also the case in cells. As a cell ages, they will start to leak so much energy in the process that they need to perform, like repairing DNA mistakes. The energy drain disrupts the cell's normal operations. The energy drain has immense consequences. If there's not enough energy inside the cell, it means that there's less resources that can be created or recruited to repair other broken parts inside that cell. Since these resources are already occupied and working overtime, they cannot be used anywhere else. And this lack of resources for these broken parts, these processes, is causing the cell to degrade over time. We notice this degradation as we get older and we call it aging. But aging is nothing more than the cells not having enough energy and resources to cope with the repairs that need to be done to function properly. And this paradigm shift, which means that aging can be cured, is quite interesting. But that's a story for another time. To help your cells increase the amount of resources, you need to give it extra energy. That extra energy is then used to create and recruit more resources so that after all the repairing is done, energy is left for the cell to perform the basic tasks, which it actually was designed to do. Like for a muscle cell, it needs to contract, and a brain cell, it needs to fire action potentials. But how do we provide this extra energy? We biologists have found a molecule inside the cell that declines during aging, which happens to be a very important energy regulator. This molecule is called NMN. And NMN stands for nicotinamide mononucleotide and helps charging the battery. It's like a power bank that can increase the energy levels in the cell. During aging, the energy levels decline, and these power banks, if you may call them, known as NMN, seem to be ideal to restore your energy levels inside your cell during aging. So it does make sense to take NMN to restore your energy levels. In a recent study in Japan, they concluded that NMN also increases the quality of your sleep. It seems that NMN works two ways. It increases your energy levels during the day and it increases your deep sleep during the night. It sounds almost too good to be true, but it is true. As long as you buy pure NMN, you can try and experience it for yourself. But please make sure you try the pure NMN from Cellular, because we guarantee you get pure NMN. If you decide to stop taking it or you decide afterwards to go for another brand, that's really perfectly fine. At least you have based your experience and opinions on real NMN. We just hope that you experience the same as we did. We want you to feel the subtle energy increase during the day and the better night sleeps. That truly will give you the feeling to start living again. Thanks for watching. Here where we try to extend healthy lives in an NMN economy.